Well, it's a big week for us. It's opening week. It's been a long summer, fall, with a lot of the happenings in our program with Coach Gwynn passing. It's been a challenging summer, challenging fall for a lot of our returners, also our new guys. Losing a San Diego icon has been devastating to our program, and we're still recovering every day. Even, every time you start something new, whether it's the beginning of the fall, coming back from the spring, your first inter-squad in the spring, and of course opening night, there are some challenges that we have to deal with. And so our kids have just done a great job kind of getting through that and helping me through it. And we're looking forward to Friday. It's a big night for us, and we're going to honor Tony with the retirement of his jersey and a celebration of his life on the Mesa.
Mark, what have you missed about him?
I think the easiest answer to that, and I said it probably multiple times this past year, 7 months, is his laugh. There's times during practice or inter-squad that something will happen, and in fact, C.J. Saylor, one of our catchers, even kind of looked at me and said, "You know what, Coach Gwynn would be laughing right now," and that's pretty much every day. You just kind of miss his presence in the dugout. The way he kept you loose, the way he kind of made you not take yourself too serious at times. He did a lot that, over the years for me, kind of calmed me down and taught me a way to kind of manage my emotions. And so kept me light on my feet too. So I definitely miss his laugh.
Talk about the celebration of retiring his jersey and the family coming in and, past players and that kind of thing. It really is that, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a celebration of what he did for, our baseball program and the entire university. Retiring his number, everyone's kind of asked me what number we're going to retire. And, he wore number 19 for 12 years on the Mesa as the head coach at San Diego State, so it seemed very appropriate to retire his number. And so prior to the game on Friday, we're going to have a ceremony to do that. We're also going to unveil a new Wall of Fame celebrating Tony and our 2 Golden Spikes award winners, Steven Strasburg and Travis Lee. It's been a work in progress. It should be up by game time on Friday. We're very excited about that. And also, along with that, we've also started a new tradition we hope will last forever, that one of our players will wear number 19 for one series a year. The player that will be honored with that will be a player that kind of met Tony's ideals and values of doing things the right way, doing great in school, obviously, and being a really good baseball player, great citizen. That's going to be Ryan Muno, our first baseman, senior first baseman, and he'll wear it for one series, and it'll be opening weekend this season, and for the rest of the time, it'll be the final series of the year.
Spencer, can you kind of comment on that, the ceremony, what Tony Gwynn maybe has meant to you? I'm not sure, your relationship, but your thoughts on what's going on this week.
Yeah, I played under Coach Gwynn for 3 years, so got to know him pretty well. Just getting to honor him and his legacy is, something I'm really proud of, to be out there on the field and get to experience that. I think what we're doing with the jersey retiring and giving a player the opportunity to wear his jersey is awesome. Ryan is one of my roommates, been one of my best friends ever since I got here, and I couldn't think of anyone better to be carrying on Coach Gwynn's legacy, and I think it's just going to be a great time.
What is that going to mean to you, maybe when you get to wear the 19 during one of the series?
If I got that opportunity, that would just be amazing. I hold Coach Gwynn just at the highest level of respect. Just an amazing human being. To be able to be the person to carry on that legacy as well would just be an absolute honor, something I'd remember the rest of my life. And it's just, he's a great guy, and I would love to put his jersey on and go out there and try my best.
Spencer, same question I asked Coach. What do you miss about Tony, with him just not being there?
For me, definitely would be just, with college sports, we're expected to show up early on before practices, early before games. So there's always a little downtime just waiting before practice starts. And Coach Gwynn would always be there in the dugout ready and waiting for us to all file in. And, it was always just fun to hear him laugh, tell jokes, mess with us. maybe you had a rough day of class or something, you show up to practice, you're maybe a little mentally drained, and there was Coach just, cracking jokes and making you laugh. It was always a great time, and I look forward to that every single day. So it helped just make things easier.
Was there I don't know if intimidation is the right word, but was there an intimidation factor in coming to play for Coach Gwynn, and then once you got here and realized, wow, this guy's a normal guy? I mean, was there any of that for you when you came to play here?
I had a little bit of it. Just when I committed, I remember everyone was just really always into being like, oh, you're going to play for Tony Gwynn and stuff. And I didn't know too much about him at that time. But when we came for summer school, I remember like the first week, maybe the first or second day, he came in, cracking jokes, made everything light. And right then was like the moment I realized, hey, man, this guy's going to be something really special for me. And just getting to know him along the rest of the years, he's a really easy guy to talk to. So, it was after that first day, I wasn't intimidated at all. He was just my coach and a great guy.
Mark, what's this going to be like for you where I know you did it last year, but you're the guy. You're in charge of the program. This is your thing now as you're moving forward.
Well, for me and, even, working with Tony for, last 10 years, it's more of just kind of carrying the baton, and, right now we feel real good about our baseball program. We've done a great job in the classroom. We're winning baseball games. We have to win at a national level, and I think, that's the next step for our program is to get to a regional and win a regional, and really that's kind of was Tony's vision all along. But we had a lot of things we had to work through in order to get to this point. We won 42 games last year, won a conference championship, and hopefully I can just do a great job of carrying on what we've kind of built here, and if it's not broke, you don't want to fix it. So it's more just kind of manage the program, and really we have great kids in our program. It makes our job easier to go out there every day and coach and teach. We don't spend a lot of time doing other things. And so to kind of get back to the intimidation factors, I was intimidated when I came here to coach. You can't imagine, being a lifetime baseball guy and idolizing Tony as a baseball player and a baseball coach. And then all of a sudden I'm talking to him on the phone to come out here and work. I mean, all my friends were like, it's Tony Gwynn. Do you not get that? Yeah, I get it. And so it took me a little bit of time to understand that we were working together, and because, I idolize that guy. And I miss him now. But coming in, there was an adjustment period for me as a coach. And I know that happens with our players. And I think the one thing that Tony did exceptionally well is made sure they understood that he was there to teach and to coach. And that all that other stuff kind of went out the window. And I think Spencer spoke to that very, very well.
How much of his style have you taken? Have you taken it completely, or have you kind of, you know what I'm saying, as the head coach, do you take all the stuff that you learned from him, or you're a little different? Or?
Well, I think everybody has their own personality. The one thing we're going to do is carry on Tony's legacy and kind of what he's done for baseball, but at the same time, we understand that we have to build our own legacy and, do it the way, I've done it for a long time. But the one thing that's nice about our working relationship is a lot of our ideals, our values matched, and then also our teaching philosophy matched as well. And so I think what was really nice, especially the last 7-8 years working with Tony, is that we could bounce off ideas and kind of come to a conclusion together, whether it was an offensive philosophy, pitching-wise, defense, how we're going to manage a road trip. And come to pretty easy conclusion because we kind of matched each other. So it's more of just carrying on that and kind of putting a little of Mark Martinez in there at the same time.
Spencer, just give us your sort of take on what your expectations are with the team this year, kicking off the season this weekend.
Yeah, I think we have a great team, great group of guys. We have a great culture that we built within this program. Some great leaders, Ty France, Ryan Muno, Sebi. I mean, those are some guys just as far as leaders go, they're great. And then you also have to face them for the opposing pitcher, and pretty intimidating guys right there. So I think we're set up to have some success if we keep working hard and just stick to the game plan, stick to the path that we're on right now. I think it's going to be a really exciting year.
Tomorrow night's kind of a fun night. At halftime, you guys are supposed to pick up your rings, I believe, from last year. And I think somebody from Tony's family, or maybe a bunch of them, will be here. be part of the crowd, lead the cheers, that sort of stuff. How much fun is it to be able to walk in here in the arena and it'll be packed and you know, people will be respecting you guys?
Can you go ahead and answer that one?
I mean, it's awesome. We got to do this last year, and you know, it gave me chills getting down there and getting our rings and stuff. It was so exciting just seeing all the Aztec support, all the fans out there. It was great, and you know, anytime we can see anyone from Coach Gwynn's family, it's always an honor too. Like Anthony is always around, and I love seeing him, talking to him, and I'm glad that they're going to be there tomorrow night and get to experience that with us because, man, I've already done it once. It's going to be fun again. I'm excited.
And Mark, just to verify the new tradition of wearing 19, is it every weekend series?
It's one weekend per year, 1 weekend a year.
Oh, one
yeah.
weekend
So
a year.
yeah, and so again, we decided to do it, you know, the first weekend because we're celebrating Tony, retiring the number, do it the first weekend, and then kind of the goal of our program is to get guys to want to wear number 19, and so we'll have that the final week home series every season after this one. So it's just 1 weekend a year, yeah.